Hello, everybody. Welcome to our mid-month write-in for NaNoWriMo. We are the WordNerds. We are so excited to be here with you today. We've only got an hour, so we're going to jump in pretty quickly and start getting some words down. But first, I figured we would do a quick check-in, let you all know how our Novembers on our writing is going so far, and we'd love to hear from all of you in the comments about how this November is treating all of you. First up, we have Erin.
I'm plugging away at revisions right now, and they're going pretty well. I'm logging about at least 2 or 3 hours a day. So
very nice.
Yeah.
And Emma?
I'm very behind. I am like just under 15,000 words, but I kind of figured that this month would be that way because I've got a lot of other like school stuff to be doing. So
still solid.
Yeah.
And Kyra?
I'm a little ahead. I'm at about 38K. So kind of getting within striking distance, which is exciting.
Very nice. And Mickey?
I have fallen behind. I'm with Emma. I'm at just under 15K. I went to the 20 books to 50K conference with you, Kelly, and we had a great time, but then I got really sick, so I haven't done much for the last like 2 weeks. So I'm hoping that today is like the send-off for the rest of the month.
And for me, this has been a pretty solid writing month so far, despite the traveling. I've written like 55K this month, and like half of that is on my Nano project. I'm at like 24,000 on that. So trying to keep it going with all the things. So I guess we'll start our first sprint on the 5-minute mark. This one will just be a 5-minute warm-up to get everyone kind of moving on their word counts, and for most of us, just opening up documents and feeling organized is usually how 5-minute sprints tend to go for me. For prompts today, we're going to be using words or phrases to try to work into your manuscript that kind of work for any genre. Super, super low key. You do not have to use these, just a little extra inspiration in case you want it. So the first prompt is going to be the word peace. Try to work that into your manuscript in the 5-minute sprint if you can. Spell it however you want, a piece of the pie or world peace, whatever makes sense for your book. Just see if you can work it in there. And we have a few minutes. I'll just see how everyone's doing so far. Looks like we have a lot of awesome word counts. Everywhere from just a couple thousand this month up past 30,000, so all over the board.
Nice. I like the idea of a piece of pie. Probably going to work that in somehow.
The first word I came up with was pizza, because that's the first word I always think of, and it kind of all to piece of pizza. And
I like how your brain works. I can get behind that for sure.
It is almost Thanksgiving here, so pie is on the brain for all of us Americans.
The pizza's just always on the brain.
I always forget you guys have Thanksgiving at such a different time than we do in Canada. So weird. Like, oh, it's Thanksgiving. I'm like, what? No, that was ages ago. What are you talking about?
Yeah, for me, American Thanksgiving is mostly when it is acceptable to start doing Christmas. So that is why I look forward to Thanksgiving.
Pretty much. December 1st is when the Christmas songs come out. Any sooner, and no. Not allowed.
No, people here, like, as soon as Halloween's over, they're like, okay, it's Christmas.
Like, no. All my favorite coffee shops are playing Jingle Bells on repeat.
Yeah.
All of my favorite coffee shops are adding like peppermint to everything.
Yeah.
I'm not on board.
Oh, I'm okay with that. I can do peppermint.
A few more seconds to go. Did we talk for 15 seconds or not? You know what? We're just going to go with it now. So we're starting in about 9 seconds. The prompt is peace in any way you would like to interpret that. And we will check back in 5 minutes and see how everyone did. So good luck.
Awesome.
I think that's time.
That was so fast.
So fast.
I muted Emma for a weird vibrating noise, but now I'm not sure if she can unmute herself, but I can't unmute her.
Had it.
There we go. I'm not used to being the man behind the curtain on live chats. So how'd everybody do?
Literally just opening things, like you said. Like, where did I leave off? What is happening right now?
I have to reread before I start writing. I have to write a bonus short story for a box set that I'm putting out. So I have to reread a little bit. And that's not even my Nano project, but I will write my Nano project sometime during Nano.
Yeah, I wrote like 45 words, I think.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, I think I got about the same. It was prepared this time, had it open already. So. Plus I've got For the Words timers going in the background pretty much all day. So.
Got about 350.
What the heck, Tyra?
All prepared and stuff. That's awesome.
I did. I read through everything before the chat started. That's why.
Every time I do a sprint with you, I'm like, I did pretty good. Oh no. It's so good.
That's why there's like this
Got
now
lots of great
agreed
numbers
rule
in the
that I have to
comments,
go last in the
A couple people managed to use the prompt, which is awesome.
Hey.
Did you write about pizza, anyone?
I did not. But I thought about pizza, and that's what matters.
It counts. So I mean,
It's kind of lunchtime here. I don't really want to be thinking about pizza right now.
That's exactly when you want to be thinking about it.
it's all the time.
Pizza is a reward for hitting your word count goals. I could get behind that.
Oh, I like that.
Megan asks, do y'all have any tips for attempting a major catch-up day, like 5K, 10K, etc.? Since it's the weekend, I want to get back on track before Thanksgiving this week.
Timers. I always put I have the app Focus Booster, but like even an egg timer will work for 15 minutes. It's the ticking that really triggers my brain to be like, oh my God, it's time to write all the words and not check Twitter. So
well, that's interesting. I do sprints with time, but not with the ticker. I like that idea.
In the back, because it does make my brain be like, oh yeah, we're being timed.
I like that, yeah.
Yeah.
Pomodoro timers are kind of nice because it's like, I'm trying to remember what the exact time slots are. It's like 20 minutes on, 5 minutes off.
Yeah.
Like
that's
20 minutes
on, 5 minutes off. It's a Pomodoro timer. Yeah. And then it's 5 minutes break. And I often would get together with the Nano like community and we would use that because it would be like 20 minutes typing and then 5 minutes talking in between because like we're writers and that's what we want to do. So it worked out really well.
Yeah. Having a writing buddy in general can be great for a catch-up day. I was lucky enough to get to write in person with Kyra like a week ago. I don't know, time is weird. So we spent an entire like from noon till 8 p.m. or something. We'd just write and then eat and then write and then eat, and it was great. Kyra got 10K done, so.
Of course. Writing and eating are like two of my favorite things. So I mean,
it was like the best day ever because
way.
it really was like we wrote and we ate and we talked a little bit and we wrote and we ate. Bounced around from coffee house to coffee house and
that sounds great.
Had a really good red velvet hot chocolate.
Yeah.
The collective ooh.
All right, we're pretty close to the next one. So we'll start our next sprint at the 20, which means we're going to have to keep talking for another 5 minutes. And that one will be a 10-minute sprint. So I'm going to see if anyone else has any questions. Please feel free to throw them into the comments down below. Things are moving a little bit more reasonably this time around than the last time we were here. So hopefully I will see any questions that come in.
Do you guys have to reread to get back into the sprints? Like you were saying, you have to reread like what you wrote last, or do you just go?
Well, for me, I'm rereading because I wrote these like 2 years ago. So yeah, this is a little bit of a different situation. But usually, like when we do those 5-minute breaks, I can usually get right back into it.
Okay.
Yeah, or I'll like if it's been a day, I'll reread a little bit of what I wrote last to kind of get back into it. But other than that, no, not really.
I've been jumping around between different projects, so I've definitely been rereading like a paragraph or whatever, just to kind of like, okay, which character is this? Which story is this? What's happening?
Yeah.
Where am I?
Yeah, I always have to read at least a couple of paragraphs before I dive back in.
Yeah.
Yeah, it seems like a lot of people in the comments do as well.
Glad I'm not alone.
Sounds like this is some people's first time doing a sprint.
Ooh, fun.
Either here with us or in general. But I was actually over on Twitch this morning watching someone doing For the Words. She was doing like a massive write-ins, several hours, I think, and just doing For the Words at the same time and talking with people over on Twitch. And that was a lot of fun. I just want to have write-ins going all the time. I'll be so much more productive.
What is Twitch?
It's like a game streaming site, so people will like share the video games they're playing and actually have like a webcam point of them at the same time. They're talking to people who are watching them play. But they've gotten more into writers and programmers and artists will like draw on their computers and share that and talk to people. And
That's cool.
yeah,
Very
so
cool.
I haven't seen a ton of writers on it, but I thought it was kind of neat. So hopped over there.
Yeah, because I don't know how entertaining we are to watch.
No.
But it gives you that sense of not doing it by yourself. So
Yeah,
someone else.
that's true.
And like she was engaging with everyone who said something, she'd respond. And so if no one was talking, she'd write, but otherwise.
I was going to say she's writing at the same time. Multitasking.
Yeah, she was doing it a little differently than we do because she would like if someone asked a question during a sprint, she'd like stop and answer them. And that's just I couldn't do it.
I wouldn't be able to do that. No. Sometimes if someone is talking, I will literally accidentally type what they're saying. Makes for a very weird story.
Could be the next bestseller. You never know.
Did they then get a commission from that? Or I don't know.
Hopefully they just don't remember that they said that.
Just general good advice, but Alicia says if I get stuck, I'll take a walk. If that doesn't free it up, backtrack and do a what if prompt and try to think what happens if they go left instead of right, or what if they don't open the door. That's kind of cool.
That is cool.
Stuck, what if they've made a different decision?
Yeah, one of the writers I follow, she talks about how if she's stuck, she makes a list of like 10 or 20 different things that could happen. It doesn't matter if they're stupid or like crazy off the wall, just makes a list and then she can decide from there, okay, that sounds, like a good way to up the stakes or things like that.
If I get stuck, I just literally do the most terrible thing I can think of. Seems to work.
I usually write like YA fantasy for just in general, but especially for Nano, that's what I've always done. And this time I'm doing like YA contemporary. And I kind of do what Erin does. It's like I'm stuck. I'm just going to do something terrible to a character. And so, but that's not working this time. It's like, oh, no. I can't just kill a character because I'm stuck.
Yeah.
Contemporary. Yeah. That was always the problem for me when I tried to write. I was like, but nobody gets murdered in this. Or like, magically cursed or something. Like, I don't know what I'm doing. Yeah.
All right, so we're a few seconds away from our next sprint. This one is going to go for 10 minutes from the 20 to the 30. And your prompt, which is, again, totally optional, is going to be a line of dialogue and see if you can work in somebody saying, you're going to wish you hadn't done that.
Sounds ominous.
Someone's making maybe not the best decision, but interpret how you will or ignore completely.
All the pieces of pie.
Yes, I'd have some regrets. All right, we're going now. Check back in 10 minutes. Good luck, everyone. Oh, time. That went fast too.
Yeah.
Way too fast. Somebody on the hashtag is
Ah,
what?
lots of great word counts in the comments.
I still wrote like the same amount I wrote during the 5-minute sprints. Twice as much time did not make a difference.
Progress is progress. All right, why don't we start with Tyra? How'd you do?
I got 667 words.
Very nice.
I got 29.
Progress is progress.
With Tyra.
Yeah. I don't mind. No, I finished my reread, so I opened up my document, and I actually realized I had a document that was already called this, so I thought maybe I'd already written it and forgot. No, I hadn't.
I just did emails, so I mean, I wrote words in those emails. I mean, it's so funny because like I was so confused for a second because I accidentally hit play on our like other version of this chat, like the live version on YouTube. So I was hearing us in another window. And I was like, "What is happening?" But not crazy. Okay.
Someone named Kara got 721 words. So
competition.
With a similar sounding name. If anyone has any questions,
that's like 72 words per minute. I think that's fast.
Like the prompt helped some people, which is always nice.
I wasn't sure where to start. I suppose I could have just started with, "You're gonna wish you wouldn't have done that." Darn.
All right, I guess we'll just jump into our final sprint of the day at the 35. This one's going to go for 20 minutes. And our prompt on this one is going to be any kind of counting. So a countdown, a list of things. You can work it into your dialogue or your prose, whatever makes sense. I was kind of envisioning it as like a countdown to a bomb going off in my head, but that doesn't make any sense with my story. So
maybe that's what the character wishes the other character hadn't done.
Yeah.
So we're on a bomb.
Then everything would be in pieces.
Yeah.
Oh, it all ties together. Tying it all together. Clever.
David said, "No, I am too late, but I'm not sure for what. We still have another sprint left."
Somebody asked about making a really impactful climax, I think. Miss the question a little bit.
Well, can answer it in 45 seconds.
Have a bomb go off.
There you go. Really just any kind of countdown, especially one that like the reader knows about but your characters don't, will kind of build things up to an awesome climax.
Makes for a really good climax.
Joanna says the bomb could be someone's temper. Absolutely works.
Yeah, it does work. A metaphorical ticking time bomb.
All right, it is just about go time. The sprint is going to last for 20 minutes, and you can see if you can work in any kind of counting, count down, count up, list, any numbery thing into your writing, and we will check back in 20 minutes and see how everyone did. Good luck. And time. How'd that go?
Pretty good. I got 565 words, so I'm happy with that.
Got 258.
Nice.
Story. So I count that as triumph. Instead of email.
Got 1,176 words.
Yay.
I think I got somewhere around there total. I beat an Azurus on For the Words, which is 1,111. So
Nice.
I don't know what that is, but nice. Azurus.
big monster For the Words. All right, I am suddenly so very hungry. So.
All that pizza talk.
Yeah,
Yes.
Pizza and pie.
Still a few hours to dinner, but then I'm also going to see Fantastic Beasts tonight and saving room for movie food.
I saw it last night. It was good.
Yay. I've heard mixed things, but mostly Harry Potter fans seem to have enjoyed it. So
Yeah, I enjoyed it, but I'll be curious to see what you think when you get back. Eager to chat. I had thoughts, but I won't go into it.
Lisa got 1,234 words for the hour, so that's pretty cool.
Nice.
So lots of good progress all around. Thank you all so much for joining us. This was a lot of fun. We will be doing a write-in over on our own channel, the WordNerds, tomorrow at 7:30 Eastern time. That'll probably be a little bit longer than this one since we tend to do a bit more longer sprints, but basically it's going to be a very wordy weekend. And then we will be back on this channel on the very last day of Nano. I think that one starts at 7?
8.
8? Okay. 8 Eastern time. It's already scheduled on this channel, so you can find that easily enough. This has been so much fun. Thank you all for joining us. Hopefully you'll all still get a little bit of writing done if that's your goal for the day. Otherwise, enjoy the rest of your weekend, and we will see you all next time.
Bye.
Bye.